All right, deck tech for next stab at mono blue giant merfolk. So actually, looking back at an old video where I tried Mishra's Factory got me thinking, you know, now that we're on the 24 land idea, we still have 16 blue sources. 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 4 is 14, 15, and 16 with Minamo and Oboro. You know, so I think we may be able to accommodate Mishra's Factory, because sure, we have 8 colorless sources, but we don't have 8 colorless sources, 12 blue sources now. We have 8 colorless sources, 16 blue sources. And historically, 16 blue sources has been a sufficient number of blue sources. And Mishra's Factory is actually a pretty solid manland. Without a Lord, it's basically another Mutavault, but it's kind of like a Mutavault Lord in that it can pump up Mutavault. And, well, you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. Yeah, and also another thing too, there isn't this conceptual kind of conflict with Hall of the Storm Giants in that it also doesn't encourage us to necessarily sack it. I mean, we could obviously just, you know, throw it into a removal spell or chump block with it or something. But, you know, if we want to move up to giant mana to attack with a 7/7 giant, we have the option to do that too. Actually, this can also play pretty good defense, because sometimes, you know, with just like a couple of Mishra's Factories, like all it takes, like one Mishra's Factory blocks is a 3/3, two of them blocks is a 4/4, because you can block with one, pump itself, use the other one to pump it. You know, 3 of these block is a 5/5, so these actually can be very powerful defensively. Anyway, yeah, I've been loving main deck Counterspell. I've been loving the 8 main deck bounce spells, which also don't lead to card disadvantage. I once again do not feel like I necessarily need 8 Lords. I could be mistaken, but I think the main deck Counterspell will hopefully slow them down enough where I don't necessarily need to only go for just quick kills. Merfolk Trickster's just been too good in slowing down Ragavan, slowing down, you know, just killing construct tokens. I mean, doing Merfolk Trickster things. Also being an instant speed card, which is great with Counterspell. So I generally just really like it. You know, this deck can basically accommodate Chalice of the Void in the main, and there certainly is some consideration to just going that route. In fact, I'm almost tempted to just do that, to just swap the Counterspells for the Chalice. But in this wide open format, I think Counterspell in the main is just slightly better. Needless to say, we're very well set up for our sideboard Chalices. Oh yeah, Lonely Sandbar, like I may have explained last time, I just find it kind of, you know, pretty good in this particular build, because if I get 2 mana flooded, it's just a very good card to just, you know, to just cycle through. But when I do want to use it as a land, I don't have to take damage from it like the Horizon lands. Anyway, 4 Relic Regenitus, just always a solid card. Ratchet Bomb is, I'm trying Ratchet Bomb instead of Dismember. There aren't that many decks where I necessarily need Dismember proper, but Ratchet Bomb is just very good against, you know, decks that try to swarm me with 1-drops, like the Blue-Red Prowess deck, which it'll also hit Dragon Rage Channeler. It's good against construct tokens. It's good against lots of 0/0 tokens. It's good against Hammer Time. This is a lot of stuff it's good against. And with 24 lands, I'm actually, you know, a lot of times I may be fully comfortable siding out Aether Vial even. That may even be maybe a real possibility. I'm excited to try it out. I do not know if the Mishra's Factories are going to pan out. But I'm certainly willing to try it out. And another possibility could be Riptide Laboratory. I definitely don't feel like that is a 4-of type of card. But yeah, Mishra's Factory is actually, yeah, might try Riptide Factory in the future too. That could be another just really solid extra card, but but unlike Mishra's Factory, it's not as good on the defense. It's very good late game, but it doesn't really do a lot early game. It doesn't help pressure Planeswalkers. Yeah, I'm going to see how Mishra's Factory does. Also, I just love the interaction between Factory and Mutavault. Alright, let's see. Let's get to it. Thank you all. Smash that like button, please. This really helps. I really appreciate it. And, you know, shout out either upcoming or, you know, or it was maybe in the beginning of this video. Either way, take care, everybody. Let's see. Looking forward to this one. Alright, match 1. And, you know, I think this is a fairly good starting hand. Unfortunately, we can't curve turn 1 Aether Vial into turn 2 Counterspell with this hand, but still looks pretty good. Alrighty. Alright, and now we can. Now we can curve turn 1 Aether Vial into turn 2 Counterspell. We want to lead on Hall of the Storm Giants basically always, because then if we draw another one, they'll never come into play tapped. Which is always nice. I'm a little concerned about going down from 20 to 16 islands to support main deck Counterspell, but in the past 16 islands has been perfectly fine. I wonder if these were Chalice, how this would be different. It all depends on what they're playing. Just Counterspell is just a very powerful card. If they're playing some type of Stoneforge deck, then I think Counterspell is better in the abstract, although in this particular game, if they can land a Stoneforge Mystic first, Counterspell may not necessarily. Yep. Counterspell is way better on the play if we can counter a Stoneforge Mystic, but you know, hopefully if they get a Batterskull or a Caldera, we can repeal. Caldera's even better because they can't bounce it back to their hand. Repeal on Caldera is honestly one of the reasons to even be playing Repeal nowadays. I mean, I've liked Repeal before, but I mean, definitely it's pretty good. Do we just cycle Lonely Sandbar just to be cool? No, let's just hold up Counterspell. You just never know what they might be up to. I guess there could have been some merit to playing Lonely Sandbar actually, so we can play a turn 3 Civilian, but I think I'm going to hold up Counterspell for as long as they're threatening to play something. If they feed a Grief, huh? Alright, let's counter that, because I don't want them to take our Repeal. It's a good thing we left up Counterspell. And then we could have even repealed Cast Lonely Sandbar. So we'll take 5, but that's fine. We'll just repeal on our turn. We could even take another 5 and wait till their turn. I'll just repeal actually, because they can't. If they Grief if again, it's not that bad. Alright. Alright, that's pretty good. I guess we'll just repeal now just to see what we draw. I guess it's marginally better to play out. It looks like we're gonna take Val to 3 for Svalin. Alrighty. Alright, and I think we'll just cycle Lonely Sandbar. Alrighty. We'll cycle Lonely Sandbar. See, sometimes Lonely Sandbar can be... Lonely Sandbar in this deck is more of a cantrip that can be played as a land. Well, I don't know what this necessarily is going to be. But whatever it is, I couldn't have countered it. Okay. That was kind of cool, I guess. Always no yes. There's nothing above 3, so no point in... Oh, Orzhov Factory. I mean, Orzhov Factory. I think that's a good one to play. I think I'm going to just cycle this right away, because why not? Yeah. Alright, let's play at Mishra's Factory. Yeah, Mishra's Factory can just be a pretty good defensive option. And also just having a man land sometimes is pretty good. It's easier to activate than Fairy Conclave. Comes into play untapped. Only problem is it produces brown mana. I mean, we'll see. This game, it's not looking half bad. Now, when they can start equipping Caldera, it's a little bit of a cause for concern. But we'll cross that when we get to it. It's at least 2 turns away, if not more. Well, I mean, I don't know what they have exactly, but I mean, if this isn't worth a try, I don't know what is. they've got to have something, because they, well, I don't know. You'd think they'd have something, because they, oh, Counterspell, I think, for sure. Yeah. Alright, I guess we can attack with Mishra's Factory too now. Maybe Svalin first, or maybe this first, just to see what's up. Pretty good utility land to turn off there. Okay, yeah, and I guess we'll just attack as such. Alrighty, getting to draw cards is always nice. Alright, that's going to be a next turn thing, most likely. Yeah, not bad. Let's see. Oh, and they concede. Okay. Well, a lot of that is because they got Keldra. If they got Batterskull, I think. But they might even be playing Batterskull. I don't know. Keldra is nice, though, because Keldra gives the Stoneforged decks an ability to win quickly that they just did not have before. But it just so happens that Repeal is just excelente against it. So we've got a little bit of a challenging proposition here. Do we keep an Aether Vial, or do we bring in Ratchet Bomb? I don't honestly know if we really need Aether Vial. It's a little bit kind of a mixed proposition here. I don't know. Don't really have anything on 1, so I suppose I could. Spreading Seas happened to be good that game. I don't know if Merfolk Trickster is at its best here. We could just replace Merfolk Trickster with some Ratchet Bombs. This bomb is good against Ratchet Bomb is good against Batterskull, not so good against Keldra, though. It can be good against Sword of Fire and Ice, though, and honestly, we don't really have a... I guess we could always bounce Sword of Fire and Ice, but we don't really have a hard answer to it, so I guess this is what it has to be. Alright. Let's see. I don't think we can keep this hand. I think this hand is on the draw. It's vulnerable to discard. Like if this gets griefed, double mulligan is kind of rough. Oh my god. With 24 lands, this is one of the things I was hoping to avoid. All right. Well, Master's not going to necessarily win the game on the spot for us. Ratchet Bomb either. Svalin. Man, this is not ideal. But what else am I supposed to do? Man, 24 lands, and just couldn't get past a 1-lander somehow. At least we have, even before we drew that island, we had the ability to produce 2 blue mana if needed, which wouldn't work with Counterspell, but would work for a Lord, but starting only on turn 3. Alrighty. Is this Dothi Voidwalker, or is this, oh, well, we don't have any instants or sorceries in our hand. And losing 2 life is, oh, they're Reanimator. Ah, didn't see any reanimation spells game 1. Alright, well. Do I want to just give them the green light to try to go from Reanimator? I mean, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't have, because I'm probably going to want to play Svalin next turn if I don't have a Counterspell. Yeah, well, I suppose I can bounce it, actually. Yeah. So I need Brazen Borrower, basically. I could have used that a few turns ago, although of course they would have discarded it. I suppose we have one more turn to make something happen. I'll discard Counterspell. I mean, Brazen Borrower would be a very good answer here. Alrighty. Alrighty, they're going to draw a card. Unmarked Grave. Alrighty, so that we will die to next attack, so if we don't draw a Brazen Borrower this turn, we're in trouble. That's not actually going to do anything. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Alright, well, now that we know they've got graveyard deck, we can bring in Relic, which is always nice. Let's see here. Merfolk. Okay, so I think, well, Ratchet Bomb is kind of a cool idea. I think what we really need is Relic Progenitus. Could bring in Force Negation too, but I don't think we want to overdo it. Let's just do this. The Brazen Borrower and Relic are excellent against Stoneforge shenanigans. Counterspell is a good catch-all. Relic and Counterspell will hold the fort against graveyard-based strategies. Alright. It's not perfect. I'll take it, though. Only problem is we can't counter a turn 2 spell, but we might, like last time, we might draw into a Blue Source. It's just really hard to justify not starting on 1 with Aether Vial. But they can't actually present a turn 2. Yeah, we'll do this because because on our turn 2 they can play a turn 2 Stoneforge or a turn 2 Unmarked Grave or put something in the graveyard, but they can't put something in the graveyard and reanimate it most likely. So so as long as we got Counterspell up by turn 3, which I think we will, we should be in okay spot. All right, well, hopefully either they don't both have combo and Grief, or we draw into something else. Oh, they got the Grief Ephemerate plus the reanimation package. I don't, with 7 cards in her hand, I think you know, we're not out of this game by any means. Like they do get card advantage over us, but it's not necessarily, because see what happened is they had to use 3 cards in their hand. They had to use the card they pitched and Ephemerate, and they took 1, 2, and they'll take another one from our hand their turn. So they'll take 3 cards from our hand, and the problem is I guess it's like a 4 for 2 though, because they also get a Grief in play. But you know, we got the wherewithal to come back, I think. Do I want to cycle this, or no? I think we definitely want to play it. Yeah, and Unfortunately, we'll have to take another card being discarded. But it might be okay in the grand scheme of things. And at least this Ephemerate combo doesn't work as well later in the game, although we don't have a way to kill Grief necessarily, so they could do it on our upkeep. But then the second rebound may not necessarily do that much. Okay, are they going to get Archon, or are they going to get something that turns off instants? Okay, Archon. Well, at least we can return that to their hand. Alrighty. Alrighty. I want to play Mutavault, but see, what I want to angle towards is if they bring it back, I want something to discard. And something has to be Mutavault. So, I think I'm going to hold Mutavault in hand for that reason. So we want to discard Mutavault, pick up Aether Vial for Svelun, and then, yeah. Alrighty. Let's see if that's their angle. Vindicate. Alright, so that's mildly annoying. As long as the last card in their hand isn't some type of reanimation spell, I think we should be fine. Oof. Question is, I really want to play Svelun. But if they Archon, it's just a little bit too backbreaking. So, I'm gonna bite the bullet and just play it like this. If they reanimate, we lose our Svelun, but we still have the option to play Brazen Borrower after returning whatever they have to their hand. And the hope is that they kind of run dry on resources. We can only hope, right? Alright, and if we draw another land, we can protect Svelun with Mutavault from the Archon sacrifice ability. It'd be a disaster if they play Still, I can't just live in fear. I mean, you'd think they would have gone for it last turn. They might be waiting for like a discard spell to get rid of our Brazen Borrower first. I don't know. This will be pretty backbreaking though. So if they were waiting, this might just encourage them to just go for it. Which still might be better for us though, because if they wait one more turn for like a discard spell, and we're just completely cold to it, then like I said, maybe this still turns out better for us, even if they do the backbreaking kill our Svelun, force us to discard Svelun, lose 3 life, all that good stuff. And of course we can't block because it has Menace. We'll try just to see what happens. Nope. Just testing Moto, I guess. Oh, it's not too bad. As long as that's all it is. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. We'll start drawing cards, which is very good for us. Alrighty. Alrighty. We may come out ahead here. Man, Relic though, getting rid of Relic is it's pretty brutal. I guess preemptively we'll just do this because they are going to hit us with they do have the ability to hit us with another Ephemerate on the rebound, although they might not want to use it. they do use it. I don't know how I feel about that. The summoning sickness seems kind of brutal for them. They're hoping to draw into a reanimation spell, and we're very much hoping that they don't. Alright, so we'll do Always No for now. Always No, no. Alright. Alright, I guess Spreading Seas before we attack could be good. We can't cut them off black. I don't know what they got green for, but whatever they got green for, we could try to cut them off. Doesn't, I mean, I've seen worse. Okay. Well, that wasn't ideal, but that would have been good before we attacked, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, I guess we'll play out Aether Vial, because just extra cards they can discard. They already know we got it anyway. Do not know we have Counterspell. Alrighty. They may have to block, which is good for us. I think we're going to turn off auto yields, so just in case. I guess we go after the dual land, right? Actually, I think we want to hold up Counterspell, now that I think about it. I could also attack. Let's attack with Factory. Because I got a feeling they're itching to block. Can't use the ability anyway. Alrighty. Alrighty. We're still threatening lethal next turn. Ideally, we draw land. It's funny how Black-White Reanimator can be so terrifying, and then also can just kind of fizzle out. Yeah. Alright, well, that was a little scary in the beginning, but we pulled through. Not bad. Alright. Alright, match 2. Let's see if... And once again, I think Lonely Sandbar coming up pretty good. We'll probably cycle it. We definitely want to play Hall of the Storm Giants first. We have plenty of blue mana one way or the other. Maybe we actually want to play the Lonely Sandbar so that we can hold up. Yeah, you know what? Change of plans. We're going to play, because we definitely need to hold up Counterspell. We know that much for sure. Well, good thing about Spreading Seas. Alrighty. Unfortunately, they're going to have to take a card advantage. I don't know, they might not have to actually, but then they get a token. But Merfolk Trickster can deal with one of those tokens, so maybe not that big of a deal. We need to play Hall of the Storm Giants, that's for sure. Alright, let's we'll try to get the Saga, and then we'll try to nick the token with Trickster. Just don't want them drawing an extra card. Card advantage can just be so critical. If we didn't have the Trickster, we'd just let them have the extra card, I think. If they attack, we'll probably just chump the Esper Sentinel. Alright, well, it means we can't hit the token, but with so many bounce spells, I'd rather just eat the... and if they somehow can deal with it, then probably they don't have enough mana. So... yeah. Alrighty. And see, this is also good because this enables us to hit the Urza Saga and play Aether Vial. Alright, so we can, I think we're going to play the Aether Vial. But then next turn we can repeal. Yeah, because it'll probably, they don't know that we got so much bounce. Ooh, hopefully they don't play like a... Oh, no. Okay, good. I was worried about a hammer. Whew. And generally, I think we got a pretty good matchup, but sometimes they can just get us, like, right there, so I'm glad they didn't. Presumably they don't have a hammer, otherwise hammer would have been way better. They don't have a hammer, so they can't hammer in the morning. They can't hammer in the evening. All over this land. I think let's just get rid of the construct token now. I don't see a lot of benefit in waiting. This could be a mistake to play it out. Yeah, I'll also, I think cycling it is generally just going to be better. A little bit worried about taking unnecessary damage. Yeah, at the end of the day, we need cards. We don't win if we don't have cards. Moth Nexus, Lurus to hand. Alrighty. This is a matchup where Ratchet Bomb's going to be primo. So they can sneak a hammer in, but I think our odds of drawing like a bounce spell are good enough that even if they do, we'll be okay. And besides, we need to counter the Lurus anyway. Okay, that's going to be for the Silvergill. I think we'll keep it on Always No for now. Until further notice. Okay. Maybe that'll be later. Take this. Alright, not bad. Alrighty. Maybe we shouldn't have shown the creature before attacking, but yeah, I don't know. I think we have to counter Lurus. If they play Hammer, we can at least stop it for one turn with Trickster. So, you know, there's that. Okay. I think, I don't want them to draw a card, but at the same time, Ink Moth being a Trickster can shut them down. Yeah, I think the lesser of two evils is letting them draw a card. Alright, they can't attack because then we just eat it with the Merfolk or the Pearl Trident. Yep. Alright. We need Trickster to buy us another turn if they got a hammer. Alright, so I could attack. Well, I'll just attack as such. Obviously I can flash in another one if they block the Lord. So they probably know what's up. Or they know we know what's up. Okay. And this, all the Storm Giants. And we can use Mishra's Factory to block and pump, but I don't think it'll come to that. Alright, so I think they're priced in to having to go for Nickmoth Nexus, or I guess just having to put it on Pure Steel. Alrighty. So let's see, what options do we have? We could try to hit the Pure Steel, but then they can just equip everything. Yeah, we just can't let them gain the life, and I think we're in okay shape. Honestly, we may need to clear. Yeah, hopefully they try to attack with the Pure Steel, because if they do... Okay. I think that's fine. Oh, I shouldn't have. You know, I could have just hit the Pure Steel, actually, and prevented them from doing anything, but... you know what, if they hit me for 12, they go up to 20, but I think we can hit back. Maybe. Let's, So we know we want to do this. We can hold up Trickster next turn. Let's see, each of these 4, 4, 4, 4. Yeah, but we can't block through all of them. Okay, that's a good one. I think we can attack full force. Alrighty. And yeah. Let's see if they try to put it on the others. But yeah, last turn we could have won if we would have just actually tapped down the Pure Steel Platin. Because they wouldn't have been able to equip. Because I forgot that we also turn off the abilities. It's getting a little rusty with Merfolk. We still got outs though. But that was kind of a loose play that may have thrown the game. We'll see. Alright. Okay, we'll hit the Memnite, which is not where we want to be because we wanted to. Yeah, they were pretty low on life. I don't know if they would have been dead actually. So we'll see. Can't equip it instant speed at least, which is good. any bounce spell or spreading seas will do it. Since Valen, actually Valen being indestructible would help, but it doesn't help with the trample though. Let's see both at 2, so we can get double Silvergill Adept if it comes to that. No. Always no, yes. So we'll stay on 2 forever. Yep, there we go. So the question is how exactly to do this. And I think what we want to do is we want to return the Colossus Hammer, I guess, but then we can counter it. Yeah, all these creatures are pretty easy. Well, I can't attack with all of them though, because then I might die. If I return Shadow Sphere though, do they just die? 5/5. It's 15. I can block 2 of these. And they take 8, 12. 17 damage, 18, 19, so they can block up to 3. Then they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. They're exactly 14? Yeah, let's just go for the win. I mean, they got some trick up their sleeve, that's the only problem. But I don't want to get surprised. I'll return the Shadow Sphere. I guess I could have actually just returned the Stoneforge. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to return the Stoneforge itself. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, that was just better. So, I mean, you know, we kind of punted, but then, I mean, we just have so many bounce spells. And it's one reason why I feel kind of favored. Just, we get bailed out pretty easily with all these bounce spells, spreading seas. Most of our deck lines up fairly well against them, which is pretty sweet. And it only gets better with Wretched Bomb in the sideboard. It's funny how Hammer Time can be such a terror against some decks, like against definitely Blast Zone, less, you know, Obosh mid-range. But it's funny how it's not as terrorizing against decks with lots of hard removal, bounce, counterspells, etc. More so bounce than counterspells, but you know what I mean. Spreading Seas is great against Urza Saga. Counterspell is great against Luris. Honestly, I don't know if we need Master. I mean, it was good that game, but it seemed a little bit kind of... Yeah, honestly, we don't need Master. Like, we're more in the mid-range plan. Svelun is kind of our Merfolk payoff here in this matchup. It's one reason why I'm not on Lord of Atlantis, because, you know, and the question is, do we even need Aether Vial when we... I still say yes, because we still have 12 Merfolk and 4 bounce creatures. Although an argument could be made, we just slam Chalice. Honestly, might not be a bad idea. Maybe you know what? Maybe we do that. I think it's too late though. Yeah, it's too late. Maybe next match we just replace Aether Vial with Chalice. Yeah, I can dig. I probably will, actually. Chalice on 1 and 0 seem like they would do a lot of work in this matchup. In Modern. Alright. If you're still plotting, not too particularly worried about this one. Okay, Colossus Hammer. Alrighty. We'll probably hold up Merfolk Trickster, so they can't do their equip shenanigans next turn. Yeah, that seems like Seems like the ticket, as they say. They're kind of pressuring us from a lot of different angles, though. Looking for another artifact. Question is, you know, if they equip the Colossus Hammer, we could just bounce it with Brazen Borrower. I'll Trickster. Yeah, but maybe the Trickster, I don't know. Yeah, Trickster seems like the best use of stuff. Plus they can't use this for mana now too, so I like it. I can dig. Now, only problem here is that I guess we can repeal the Pure Steel. Yeah, I guess we'll repeal the Pure Steel if they go Colossus Hammer on it. Alrighty. Yep. I could have actually also held this back to repeal the Colossus Hammer. And we'll just do this instead. Because this way we can play Ratchet Bomb and then Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I think we should have held this back. Anyway, it is what it is. But this way it ties up their mana for Urza Saga, so there's also that. Or they might just make a token here. There's a Saga. Okay, or just play that. So here's how I think the plan's going to be. We're going to hit the Urza Saga. Don't want this thing doing stuff for them. Alright. And then I think we have to try for the block and then return Colossus Hammer. The only problem with that is I get to draw another card, but we have another Brazen Borrower. So it's not that bad. Alright, so Gardazaid. I think we can take. I guess I could have blocked and then returned, but I think maybe we return Pure Steel because yeah, return Pure Steel. So return Ornithopter. So returning Ornithopter seems why didn't we return Ornithopter actually when they attacked? Maybe because of Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking. Well, they should have re-equipped anyway, but so let's see here. Maybe I shouldn't have played Aether Vial because I'm planning to blow up stuff on one anyway. I think we'll be in good enough shape though, regardless. Should have returned to Pure Steel, I don't know what I was thinking. Alrighty. Okay, so what I can do is I can block, yeah, and then Brazen Borrow. I'm gonna brazen borrow the pure steel, actually. Might be better. Yeah, I like that better. Let's brazen the pure steel. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now this, okay. I don't like them getting so many tokens, but I think with all these bounce spells I have, it shouldn't be too difficult. Plus I have Svalun to be indestructible against the tokens. I mean, I could attack, but then I lose indestructibility for Svalun, which is going to be important for the Urza tokens. Oh yeah, plus they can just... Alrighty. Since they might have Pithing Needle... Oops. No! I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm gonna do this now so they can't Pithing Needle me. Don't Pithing Needle me, bro. Alright, that's what this is. I think I'm going to another hammer. Yeah, this would have been way better as a Chalice. Alright, Ratchet Bomb on the Elemental seems not bad. Alright, we'll just block with the Svalun. I'm not sure if they realize. Yeah, they realize. Alright, well, maybe we go to town with Brazen Bar, or who knows. Now, do we attack? Okay. We attack. Yeah, we don't need to attack. I don't think we're that desperate yet. Alrighty. Okay. What, they have another Shadow Spear? Oh, I guess they didn't have a Shadow Spear this time. Yeah, alright. I think we kind of misplayed there with the Ratchet Bomb. I think if we would have bounced the Ornithopter when it attacked, maybe there was definitely other plays here. They yeah, the only way they kind of win is they kind of just bamboozle us a little bit. In reality, it's not really that that difficult. I could try to play Force and Negation, but I think that's necessary. I'll just play Chalice. Chalice takes care of most issues. I think it's better than an Aether Vial. The only problem is it shuts off my ability to repeal 0 drops, but I think it's a price worth paying. Plus we can lead on Chalice on 0, and that could strand a lot of 0 drops in their hand completely for free. So we'll see. It's definitely better on the play than on the draw. That much for sure. Now see, if this was Aether Vial, this would be a lot better. 24 lands, can't keep. Well, probably they mulligan 2 at least. Yep, see. Yeah, and we will keep. Question is do we want to go for Chalice on 1, or do we want to... Or do we want to go for Chalice on 0? Chalice on 0 can be pretty darn good, but Chalice on 1... I don't know, this might be kind of greedy, but I feel like going for Chalice on 0. Let's play this just in case we... If they play... Yeah, I think we really want to curve up to Svelin. Alrighty. Because this definitely slows them down here. Okay. Is there any 1-drops? We don't have 1-drops anymore. So I can play Hall of the Storm Giants and pass, unless I'm missing something. I don't think we play lag. Okay, I don't think we play 1-drops anymore. I guess we took out our Aether Vials. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, I got Spreading Seas for that, thankfully. Alrighty. Chalice on 1 might have been better, but anyway, we'll see. But it's possible if we lose this game. All right, we might have thrown it too, but I think we can win this one for sure. Yeah, I think we want to Spreading Seas the Urza Saga before it can do much. And they just concede. I guess their mana screwed or something. And maybe I should have put Chalice on 1. Yeah, actually we should have put, because Ratchet Bomb for 0 would just kill this. I guess we don't need a Ratchet Bomb for 0. Yeah, maybe putting on 0 is actually correct, because then Ratchet Bomb on 1 is insane. Alright, anyway. Alright, match 3, let's see. I think this hand is pretty decent. More frickin' Hammer Time? I mean, hey. With all this bounce and whatnot, I don't feel like I'm particularly poorly set up, but without Aether Vial, I think I have to play this out, as painful as it is. It's not really what I'm doing, but this deck is a little absurdly mana hungry. You always have Sigard as aid, but as lucky as they are, I think we're going to be able to handle them just fine. The only problem is that we know they got Hammer, which means that we know we can't tap out to play Silvergill Adept, but I think I'm fine with that. Urza Saga. You'll get caught up in the Urza Saga. Alright. So is there like something good we can do this turn? I think I'll hold on. Ooh, I think that's a good tap play. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna play Probably want to Trickster the Urza token. We can also bounce it, it's basically the same thing. But bouncing something with an Urza token on it just seems kind of better. Yeah, big deal. Whoop-de-doo. As they say, big whoop. Should I play Silvergill? I don't think so, because I need to kind of... I need to kind of do a lot with kind of little mana. Probably Brazen Borrower. Probably repeal Brazen Borrower or something, I don't know. Alrighty. Whatever they Sigard as 8, I think I can bounce. Okay. Not sure exactly what the, okay. Hammer, Colossus Hammer, of course. Now do I want repeal, or do I want, Brazen Borrower? That is the question. One thing I can do, actually, I don't think I want to do it though, but I could like return Colossus Hammer and then, but I just want the hammer kind of sitting around not doing anything. It's better than eating the Ornithopter. Okay, so I think just to be mana efficient, I think I Brazen Borrower this. Yeah. And then I Trickster that. Because it'll die because it has... Okay. Well... Well, at least I put to this before attack so I can block. Alright, I think they're slick with multiple hammers, but little do they know, we've got multiple goodies as well. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, that was a mistake. I didn't realize. Oh, no, actually, never mind. I just need 2 blue mana, which I have, and that should be fine. Alrighty. Alrighty. More hammers, which may not necessarily do anything. Alright, I think I will repeal this. And then alright, so I can put this into play. Yep, that's fine. I'll just return Ornithopter to their hand. Alrighty. Probably I should just do this. Svalin seems pretty good. Could get double Aether Vial out, but yeah, starting the Aether Vial chain seems pretty good. Yeah, I'll just do this. Hopefully they don't see that I can make this indestructible with Mutavault. Or hopefully they don't have, like, pure steel paladin would be the biggest problem. Or I suppose, okay. But the ink moth will have to lose flying at least. Alright. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess that's kind of a problem here. Alright, well, Chalice and Ratchet Bomb, I should be able to take game 2 and 3 pretty easily, but, yeah, the problem is I kind of need Spreading Seas in game 1. Otherwise, sometimes Arasaka can just kind of get out of hand. Alright, they probably think they got this under control, but, you know, I think... Alright, cool stuff. Yep. Well, I guess it's going to feel a little less, you know. Well, anyway, we'll see. I think I can take this for sure. I think they want to make me feel better because I lost game 1, but we got 2 more to go, and I think I like my chances. I like my chances. They're literally not guaranteed to draw all their combo pieces, and we also didn't get Counterspell. I think I'd rather be playing this deck than the red deck against Hammer Time. But of course we can't keep getting these. Okay. Well, they begin the game with 7 cards in hand, because why not? I mean, I think we need both these cards for... Yeah, Merfolk Trickster is just too good. So... Maybe I should have put Silvergill in hand. Then again, we only have 12 Merfolk, so without Aether Vial, that can be a little dubious. Alrighty. We'll bluff a Counterspell. I'm gonna wait on Spreading Seas for Urza Saga. Alright. Well, they continue to basically have whatever they need, but I don't think I'm too worried about this. I think I will probably have to use Repeal on their turn because I need to be able to play Ratchet Bomb and also hold up defense. Shouldn't be too difficult. Alrighty. Yeah, alright. Let's see, when did I play Mutavault? Well, I played Mutavault this turn, so that wouldn't be ideal. I think that's fine. I'll take. Alrighty, and maybe I repeal, or do I? I think I will. I probably should have repealed. Yeah, I should have repealed. Yeah, the problem here, I mean, the thing is I just need to draw cards. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. I should have returned this. Mana screwed here. Well, this sucks. Alright. All right, match 4. I mean, so we kind of actually threw that last game in a way because we obviously should have just returned the Stoneforge. I thought they were going to go for another hammer, but I guess they weren't idiots, so... But, yeah, it definitely is a keepable hand. But, like, yeah, if I just would have returned that, then, like... Yeah. Then we could have just dropped the Chalice next turn. They could have gotten one hit through, but we would have had the the Trickster to tap it down next turn. But, you know, honestly, that was insanely good luck for them. I still think we could have and probably should have won. I'm not too worried about the Hammer Time matchup. I don't, like, you know, if we miss out on a 5-0, it's like, I mean, like, I'm, you know, like, that's like, you really shouldn't be counting, you know, results like the last match. It's just, in my opinion, it's just kind of dumb to do that, because at that point you might as well just, ditch a deck, because, like, I don't know, you got a call that you had to answer, and you had to, like, you had to use the bathroom for a long time suddenly or something like that. Like, it's just, you don't count losses for dumb reasons like that. On the other hand, Hammer Time's a tricky matchup, but, like, you kind of have to, like, gauge it based on, like, correct play, but at the same time it is, granted, an extremely difficult deck to play correctly against. Hammer Time, like, has a reputation, I think, for being a skill-intensive deck. I agree, it's a very skill-intensive deck, but it's more so a skill-intensive deck for the opponent playing against it, in my opinion, than it is the you know, the pilot itself. But, you know, I don't know, it's just me. All right, let's see. Well, I'm going to attack. I think I'm going to go for Svelune. Maybe I shouldn't. I just really want to draw cards. Alrighty. Alright, well, I'm guessing that means they've got another Fatal Push plus a fetch land to deal with this one. There's the fetch land. Alright, you got it, pal. Should I put this on 3? I don't think so. I'm just going to do no for now. Should I return this to their hand? I mean, what better use do I have? Maybe we should have taken this up to 3. It's just if we hit like a Lord or something. I don't know. Notably, the Muta-Factory will help our could help our Mutavault punch through. Yeah, it's annoying. I'll probably just return the Ruin Crab. Excuse me for making that noise. I've heard that's not. That's just Frustrating when they make the little pauses. It's frustrating that they kill my Svalin, and like, you know, sometimes that's... Alright, I'm just gonna take this up to 3, because I'm tired of getting flooded here. Oh, I think I... Damn it. Excuse the French. Well, I guess that makes up for it. I'm still gonna turn off auto yields. Alrighty. I guess that turned out okay. Hopefully they're kind of mana screwed on black. Yeah, fractured sanity kind of is what it is. Maybe I have to keep this on 2, because then I can attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess if I draw like a Merfolk though, I'll just play it. Yeah, I'll just take this up to 3. No, but then I might want to return that Hedron Crab. I don't know. We'll turn it up to 3, see what that does. It's not bad. You can hit me for 12 with a fetch land. I guess that works for them. I think they should have blocked the master, but alright, if it's just Rune Crab, I'm fine. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. I don't think so. Alright, cool stuff. Counterspell for the win. So Mishra's Factory did stuff that game, although admittedly it wasn't the main reason why we won. It is still kind of frustrating that we lost to Hammer Time, because I think we got a dang good matchup, especially with Ratchet Bomb. But just, you know, you misplay once and then it's like boom. Oh, also Ratchet Bomb's great against these crabs. I think this is worth bringing in Relic. You know, maybe we bring in the entire sideboard. We go full control, I think. I don't think we need Spreading Seas. Honestly, I don't think we really need Master, to be honest. Maybe just as a one-of. We don't really need Merfolk Trickster. We probably don't need Aether Vial, to be honest. Although Aether Vial does help us hold up counter magic. But maybe Force and Negation helps us hold up counter magic. Alright. We'll submit it, see how this does. So far, the Mishra's Factories haven't held us back at all, color-wise. Them being an extra manland hasn't necessarily made a huge difference either, though. At least yet. Yeah, we'll keep. Actually, I think Ratchet Bomb kind of shores up maybe a lot of difficulties that this deck has, like with one-drop Swarm and whatnot. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll play Relic. So they might spam us with multiple crabs next turn, in which case maybe we drop Ratchet Bomb. Doesn't seem like, because you'd think they'd play the other one. So I think I'm going to hold off on tapping Relic, because if they hit Ratchet Bomb, that's going to be pretty nasty for us. Then again, whittling down our graveyard is very good, but I'm gonna hold it because I just don't want them to take something out of my hand. Well, so the problem is that, yeah, to play around Dronadalock, I'm going to, and I can also bounce Hedron Crab into turn and then play Chalice. So there's a lot of advantages too. Do I counter that? Nah. I think I'll just play Ratchet Bomb to deal with that. Maybe I don't play Repeal. Now I can do this when I've got a mana open, because then it doesn't matter to me as much. I can just respond by removing. Okay. I'm just going to play Ratchet Bomb. I guess this means I have to crack Relic, though. That is a problem. I think I'm willing to do that, though. Yeah, sure, go for it. Okay. Maybe we will target Relic. And we'll just do this. Alrighty. And I guess we will play Chalice. And I guess they will concede. Nice. I guess sometimes they give up without a fight. I don't know why, like, a lot of players seem to concede to me in these kind of spots. Alright, cool stuff, I guess, though. Hey, better than nothing. Okay, match 5. Can't keep this hand, unfortunately. Alright, hand looks very decent, to say the least. Yeah, I think we can put a Brazen Borrow back. And I will have to say what you want, but I think 24 lands is... I don't know what I was doing before 24 lands in Merfolk. This just seems like... This is a little bit of a frustrating deck to play against, but I think we should be fine. Without Aether Vial, I think I need more lands. So, let us see. Oh, another Hardened Scales. Things can get kind of dicey. Alright, I guess we'll just do this. Play Svelin. I could play Spreading Seas, but I just don't know that that's something I need to be doing just yet. Zabaz. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I play Svelin. Alrighty, let's see. Alright, I guess it's gonna put its counters over. Good thing we have Brazen Borrower to bounce. A very Zabaz-like bounce. That's gonna be a big cookie. Alright, that is a big cookie. Alright, well I can't block it, so, or can I? I guess I can, but I don't want to. Alrighty. Yeah, maybe Repeal is just the way to go. Probably is, to be honest. Alright. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. Probably this. Yeah, play this. Part of me wants to hold up Counterspell, but I think I could do that. Well, I can't save them from repeal, at least. Ooh, Zabaz. Okay, well, I can repeal. Seems very good. IT. I will repeal anyway. It just seems like the thing to do. Alrighty. I wonder if that's a concession from them. Well, there's some type of lag, probably concession lag. Excuse the. I guess I was just a little frustrated that they conceded. So sorry for the. I shouldn't make those you know sounds. Okay. I have to imagine Ratchet Bomb is good. The only problem is that frickin' Throne of Geth is going to create problems. I think Ratchet Bomb is way better than Chalice, because Chalice sits around, and if they put it to 2, then it actually actively screws us up. So I think we want Ratchet Bomb for sure. Do we even want Aether Vial? Do we need Spreading Seas? I think they play Urza Saga, so I think so. We probably want Force Negation as well, although I don't know. We got to deal with Throne of Geth. The rest is like kind of creatures. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe we don't need Force Negation. Force Negation seems like it could be good to declunkify though a little bit, but I don't know. It's tough to say. Well, we're lacking in the 2 blue mana department, but we do have some cantrips. We set it out Aether Vial, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we'll mulligan. Just, oh my goodness. Well, serves us right, I guess. Alright, well, this sucks, but we have to, I guess, I mean, this is kind of like our ticket to victory. We gotta hope Ratchet Bomb does a lot of work, and then we gotta hope Sphelan gives us card advantage to get back into the game. I just don't know what else. I literally don't know what else to do. Let's see. Alrighty. Well. Let's take care of Ink Moth, I guess. Could have used Ratchet Bomb to just kill the Hangerback Walker before I put on counters, actually. But, you know, I might be able to hit multiple things. Yeah, that qualifies as multiple things. But then the Ozolith is going to do Ozolith things. I just have to hope Sphelan does work. I don't know what else to say. If they got, like, if they got Arcbound Ravager, then it is what it is. Alright, well, they can sacrifice a bunch of their stuff to deal with my Sphelan. So there is that. Or just put a bunch of counters on Walking Ballista. At least I can clear all this with Ratchet Bomb now. Yeah, that's a lot of Ozolithing. Hopefully I can Ratchet Bomb both for 2 and to put counters. Oh, there we go. Asking you shall receive. Alright, should I just pop this now? Wait till they attack. I see no good reason not to just pop this now. Alrighty. Should I put a counter to deal with Ozolith? I'm going to keep this holding on this for now. Because I could potentially kill 2 things for the price of 1. Let's see here. Ooh, I think I probably do need. Yeah, I'll hold this up to attack and then get through. Yeah, they'll create a token. I will, or will they? Yeah, they will create a token. I'll just get rid of it. Okay, well that's better than, I guess, well, Arcbound Ravager in their hand. So they're gonna max out on their Urza tokens this turn, unless they get Pithing Needle, which they might. We'll see. We'll see. Zabaz. Alrighty. I'm gonna angle for some type of bounce spell, I think. Man, Ratchet Bomb though. Oh, this is kind of tricky here. Svalin is not bad. Let's see if they go for maximum tokens. I don't think they have access to white, which is good. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll do this in response. They can't use the ability since they tapped. Alrighty. Shadow Spear. Okay, that's a card. Ooh, that's a card. They always draw a drawing queue. Always. Okay. You go 13-13. Can I live? Honestly, I think so. I just have to. I don't even think I have to lose Phelan. This can soak up 5 damage, which I think should be enough. Alrighty. Down to 3. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here. I gotta draw a card. To quote a certain blue hedgehog, gotta go fast. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Definitely Ratchet Bomb has been a standout this whole league, I think. Chalice, I don't know if they got Throne of Geth. I mean, like, something's got to make the cut, right? I'm going to run it back. I suppose I could take out Master or something. I don't know. Okay, I like it. I think just good old man lands are kind of underrated in a way. Alrighty. Hall of the Storm Giant seems pretty good to me. I could try to play Counterspell on something they play next turn, but I think just getting Master out is probably the way to go. I'm kind of regretting that, because what if they play a Walking Ballista? There's a lot of nasty things they can play for 2. Okay, that's not one of them. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, thing is we have to deal with Urza Saga now. We also set them back a land, which is pretty cool. Alrighty. Man, Chalice is looking pretty good as long as I don't play Throne of Geth or Animation Module. Did they not get anything? Come now. Inkmoth Nexus, okay. Well, that's something. Alright, well, I'm going to hope that this turns into a big Ratchet Bomb bonanza. And yeah, for sure, I'm doing it like this. And it got Counterspell up, which is also pretty cool. Walking Ballista. I think I have to counter that. Yeah, let's put this on 1. And yeah, and let's Sveiloon, shall we? Try to, yeah, I think that's just the way to go. This can block for 3, so. Alright, let's see. Hopefully they don't have another Dismember. It kind of looks like they do. Alright, that's fine. 3 for 1 Ho with the Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, I'm not gonna. They could put their counters on Ink Moth, actually, so. So I could attack with Mutavault. It's maybe not that bad. Yeah, I'll just attack with Mutavault. Alrighty. Alright, that's technically an assembly worker, so we will do that. Alright. We have to blow up the Ozolith before the beginning of combat. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe that was a pretty obvious block, and I could have just tried to play Brazen Borrowed in a turn, but it would have been the same. They couldn't have blocked, actually. Yeah, maybe I gave them an unnecessary out, so to speak. Especially, actually, yeah, why did I let them put an extra counter on this, too? Kind of doesn't make sense, does it? I could have responded by sacking Ratchet Bomb. Alright, there's a Saga. The Saga has arrived. Let's see. Come on. Alright, let's trickster this. And let's do this before any more counters go on. Alright, Shadow Spear. Alright, let's see here. You know what? We can actually Brazen Borrower and let's see. Yeah, we can actually Brazen Borrower. I mean, Petty Theft the Shadow Spear and then play Urza Saga. Then play Brazen Borrower. Seems decent. Honestly, they never should have been this close. I think that was a mistake. So we could go for a Brazen Borrower attack. And isn't that lethal actually? Because there's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think. Oh, let's just do this just because we can. I mean, right? Why not? Alrighty. Are they just going to concede before we actually get to do our thing? Alright. Excuse me again. Okay. Alright, not bad. So I think what we need to do is do this. I could also attack with this. Yeah. Because we can also pump with the factory, so I think we got a lot of our bases covered here. Honestly, I think they're dead on board. Because even if they block one of the Mutavaults, yeah, but we can just Petty Theft that. Alright, cool stuff. Hey, 4-1. 4-1 with the folk. Can't complain. Wish this was a 5-0. It could have been a 5-0. Supposed to be a 5-0. Hammer Time was a completely winnable matchup, but it's just how it goes sometimes. Honestly, Hardened Scales is a way tougher matchup than Hammer Time, but alright, well, I guess lose one against a good matchup, take one against your bad matchup. Alright. But honestly, Ratchet Bomb makes such a huge difference in this matchup. Man, I think Ratchet Bomb was a standout. Alright, let's go to the post-league wrap-up. Alright, post-league wrap-up. So, okay, so how did this go? Well, first of all, I think Ratchet Bomb deserves a standing ovation. I never expected Ratchet Bomb to be this spectacular, single-handedly solving a lot of problematic problems, helping us deal with historically matchups that have felt almost impossible. Ratchet Bomb really coming through. Obviously, we did dabble with this a little bit when we were on Luris, when we could possibly bring it back. But apparently, even without Luris, this card really, I mean, it's funny. Ratchet Bomb is a colorless card that like any deck can play, and like so many of our decks take advantage of it. I mean, our mono black, our red deck if we're not playing Obosh. I mean, yeah, heck, like the only decks that don't necessarily need it are the white and the green decks because they can deal with artifacts and enchantments pretty easily anyway. But Ratchet Bomb's ability to also deal with tokens is also something that that just regular artifact and enchantment removal usually don't, so usually can't deal with as easily. So I mean, yeah, it's just pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff actually. I definitely think Ratchet Bomb is earning its right to be tested. I think a number of extra times. Whether I do that all on camera or not is another story. I think the 3 playing Force Negation as a 3 of is fine. We barely even brought it in, to be honest. But I definitely think this could be useful against certain combo matchups, things like that. I like having access to 3 of these. Chalice flips certain matchups, so I think playing it as a 4 of just makes sense. Yeah, and how about the other card we were testing out, Mishra's Factory? Well, yeah, so see, it was a little bit hard to evaluate because Mishra's Factory didn't necessarily lead to a lot of outright victories, but it also passed the very important test of not color screwing us really, like almost at once. Now, obviously, the more we play, it will color screw us like from time to time, so we have to keep that in mind. But then also the turning into a manland and the ability to pump will also come in handy more and more the more we play, theoretically. We just have to have a good gauge of how often that happens. This league, it didn't actually, you know, contribute to that many wins, but it certainly didn't contribute to any losses, at least that I'm aware of, unless I missed something. I don't think the color screw was really an issue at all. But the conceptual thing I like about Mishra's Factory is just that it's basically another Mutavault. It's very easy to animate. It's basically the cheapest type of manland you can possibly play. It's also great on defense because you can turn it into a 2/2 and then pump itself, and it can block as a 3/3, which can deter some very potent attacks. But also it can help pump Mutavault, so it can push damage that way. That won't always be relevant, but it certainly could. I mean, I certainly like just having kind of manlands sitting around sometimes in case they drop like a little Teferi or a Liliana the Veil or something like that. Like having these things around is just kind of nice. So I definitely think this is worth testing more. Part of me wants to squeeze a Riptide Laboratory in here. I suppose I could play like two islands, like one Riptide Laboratory, one Mishra's Factory, but I don't know. Maybe that's an idea for the future, but so far I'm gonna try 4 Mishra's Factory and just see how this goes. I mean, at the worst, this is just a manland. You know what I mean? Like it is just a very solid card in its own right. It doesn't need any other card. It's not Riptide Laboratory in the sense that it doesn't like kind of demand a late game kind of board state. Svaelun isn't even a wizard, I don't think. No, so it's basically just Silvergill and Merfolk Trickster. This isn't even a wizard. So we don't even play many wizards anymore. I guess Mutavault is a wizard too, so you could return that to our hand. But yeah, you know, yeah, I think Mishra's Factory as a 4 of could be really solid. I mean, like I said, it could color screw us sometimes, but it's also just a very solid manland. It's kind of like, it's almost like playing 8 Mutavaults, especially since we only have 4 lords. Like, you know, but it also doesn't necessarily contribute to Svaelun getting indestructibility or get the Ward 1 from Svaelun. So like it doesn't get the Merfolk tribal payoffs, but it also kind of is like a mini lord for Mutavault, or a mini pumping lord sort of. Like it's actually fairly close to playing 8 Mutavaults. It has some downsides, but it has some upsides. So I don't know. I mean, would we want 8 Mutavaults? I mean, heck, we're not playing 8 lords, but maybe 8 Mutavaults. Honestly, 8 Mutavaults might be better than 8 lords, because I mean, Mutavaults tap for mana. Lords are fairly mana intensive, so I don't know. I don't know what to say. You can never build a perfect deck, but the mana felt pretty smooth when I wasn't inexplicably getting stuck on 1 mana, even though I have 24 lands. But as long as I was seeing 2 or more mana, my mana was pretty smooth, so I can't complain too much, I don't think. Kind of makes me wonder what I was doing this whole time before I was on 4 mana. I mean 24 mana. But yeah, all the matchups felt definitely winnable. Reanimator, you know, we've got Counterspell, we've got Brazen Borrower, we've got Relic of Progenitus. I think we've got a lot of game against that deck, and the usual suspects, bounce for Caldera and whatnot. Hammer Time, I mean, we got lots and lots of bounce. We've got Chalice of the Void, which you can take out Aether Vial for. Mill, we've got Ratchet Bomb, of course, for Hammer Time. Take out all their 1-drops or 0-drops. We got Mill, and now with Ratchet Bomb to take care of the crabs, I don't feel like I auto-lose to a crab rush as badly. Yeah, Hardened Scales, we've got, and of course, you know, Chalice on 1 can be great against Mill too. And, you know, Hardened Scales, same thing. Ratchet Bomb, honestly, this is still probably a bad matchup, but Ratchet Bomb just really gives us a lot of game that we wouldn't necessarily have otherwise. So, hey, this felt pretty good. We'll see how it goes. If you all like this content, you know, consider subscribing. There's more like this on its way. I definitely been playing more red Obosh lately, but Merfolk is a deck near and dear to my heart, and I ain't giving it up anytime soon. I think there's a lot to like here, and I don't know. You know, I know this is kind of me being crazy in a way, but like,
I don't know. I've just lately felt kind of like Four Lords just seems like it's kind of where it's at. This is a kind of more of a controlling type deck. This is thoroughly more mid-range now, but I don't know. I've liked it. Anyway, we'll see. Until next time. Hope you all liked this league, and yeah, looking forward to doing this again. All right, take care.